Connected. Channel switched.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hi.
Hello, Tim. Yeah, I just warn you that if I actually manage to get everything working and start the race, I might get called away. So if I disappear, you know why.
Well, let's cross our fingers.
Now it's asking me to pair the headset.
It wants you to scrape the outside of it off.
Okay, I'm going to restart.
User disconnected from your channel.
I thought it must be an 80-meter class task.
Oh, that'd be a great feature request. That if you switch between gliders, it keeps the wing loading at the same value. You basically, if you have it set to 50 kilograms and it's possible for the other plane to have it, it sets it to it. That way you can just kind of scroll back and forth quickly and compare the colors.
Yeah.
That would help a lot.
Or at least a checkbox where you could check keep my wing loading.
As I remember, this wing loading, the JS1 is best, and the Ventus is pretty close, and the other two fall behind a little bit, but they're all fairly close.
I think it depends on what speed you're at. I think below like 160, I think.
The shapes were all the same. We're pretty close. There wasn't any weird pulling off and stuff going on with the 18s, as I remember.
Well, on the low end, though, the JS3's puller goes, basically, you can fly slower in it than the JS1.
Well, that's just not what I'm remembering. I think things kind of came together maybe at the low end, but they pretty much were just a little bit spread. They're pretty close. You can't go too wrong with any of them. I mean, I plotted out, man. I see exactly what the hell's going on. I just don't remember right now. I didn't look.
Bruce is still in the air, alone.
User joined your channel.
Alone and one cloud.
Yeah, it's going up.
Yep, I follow.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, folks.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Hello. That's a good one.
That's okay. I mean, I'm in no hurry. Looks really interesting to the south where we're going to be flying.
I see a moving weather zone that will never even come close to where we are. Or am I imagining that?
Yeah, I don't know.
A crash? Bruce?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think the best description of that weather zone is it's a moving wall of lag because as that gets closer, it'll make everyone's frame rates get worse for no reason because it's like maxed out activity and overdevelopment and everything.
Okay, that was my same reading on it.
I have no idea where that came from. No idea.
I mean, it had to be added explicitly, so it's kind of a weird choice.
Thanks for a special title yesterday, YouTube, Tim.
Yeah, that was a fun task yet.
Yeah.
We can do it again some other time.
Yeah, thanks.
I didn't think Doug Smith was anywhere near here. He's just coming over now. Strange.
Good luck to all from Mike.
Hi, Mike. Thank you very
Hey,
much.
Mike.
Cheers, Mike.
I'm like,
Hi, Mike.
Normal with high variation today.
Blue thermal. Would say this ridge is very active. Rain over there.
Yeah, it's a little patch of stationary rain as well.
70%.
Yeah, there is Mike.
Negative netto on the slope, of course.
So far, I can't see a wave.
Was there any upper winds? I didn't even look.
Any what?
Any
No, it wasn't.
upper wind? Yeah, there's not gonna be any wave. Yeah.
25.
Wasn't much.
25.
Yeah, but it's an open area. Yeah. I thought maybe you have a chance.
The winds are just too low. Also, the lower wind's almost nothing. There's no lower wind to trigger. I mean, you could have a 100-kilometer-an-hour upper wind, but if there's no lower wind, it's not gonna do too much.
$12 wind, 25 upper wind, 28 inversion.
Why so few AS-33s today, out of curiosity?
For me, fits perfect from the flap settings and from the ergonomics. Most
performance.
hours.
Okay, so ergonomics not necessarily a bowler thing.
It's got pretty poor performance. It rolls off pretty quick at the lower ones. I mean, it helps to make up for it at high wing loadings, but I don't think it's the cat's meow, that's for sure. You got to look at it.
It's interesting. I really love the way it handles, but I have to move the center of gravity back. But once I've got the center of gravity moved back, I really love the way it handles.
Yeah, it's a little bit nose heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, yep. It's the only glider in Condor3 that I have to move the center of gravity back on, but if I move it back 5 centimeters, it becomes
So
my
much?
favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot. I was kind of I moved it back incrementally flight after flight until I found the sweet spot for me, and it was way farther back than I expected.
I have the second blue thermal. I expect the blue thermal are stronger than the clouds.
I see Robert out there.
Yes, hello, good evening.
Oh, hey, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
2 minutes left. I go back. Don't forget to clean.
Thank you.
And be high enough for the turn point then that you could pass over restricted
there's
zone.
because that restricted airspace is
Yeah.
300
meters.
meters AGL.
2,000 will do it if you don't go over the little peaky thing with the blue lines on.
Yep.
So either side of the blue line, 2,000 looks like enough. I really miss the airspaces. I like some airspaces. Thoughtfully done.
Yep, they can be interesting. I liked that task the other day where you had to fly through the corridor on the in the Ekrans.
I didn't like that one, but
I mean, it was very definitely the thing that dominated that task was the airspace. But I thought it was an interesting little challenge. It was doable, but only just barely if you paid attention.
yeah, it was more of like an arcade gamey thing. But yeah,
I looked at that
occasionally
thing.
fine.
Like I looked up that place, and yes, that is a thing, but no one races there. But yes, that is if the weather's really good, that's there for gliders to use. If you've got really good conditions that you can actually fly up over there like that. But I don't think you'd ever plan a race there.
Oh no, that did not hit my "this is completely realistic" button, but it was fun.
I don't think I'd want to get in that chute with a real glider. I don't know.
Yeah, so looking it up, it's basically you need real good conditions. If the conditions are right, I was looking up it's on WeGlide. Like people do fly up there on that, but it's generally if the conditions are good enough that you can just fly over all the airspace anyway. So it's almost none of it's a big deal. That's just basically there so you can get a little bit closer to the tops of the mountains. But yeah, it looks like it needs really good weather for it to be a usable thing. And I don't think the weather in Condor actually works right with it because there should be, from everything I was reading, they were saying like you should have because that's all at the tops of those valleys. There should be a lot of just even without any overall wind, there should be plenty of air coming up, and there should be lift basically all along that, regardless of the thermals. Because the wind blowing up the valleys and into them and up out the top should basically be pretty good, but it doesn't. Right now, that just doesn't work that way in Condor. You don't have the valley winds.
Don't forget to clean. Good luck, guys.
No, thanks.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck, yeah, thanks.
Good luck.
This is very strong here.
It's funny how many Ventuses there are today.
Yeah, I saw lots of Ventuses, not so many AS-33s, and I was just kind of surprised by that.
Well,
Yeah, the pilots like to switch.
it's not as strong as it is like for the 15-meter class. It just is a hell of a lot stronger, and no one ever flies it there. Here, it's kind of like, well, it's a little better, but not as good as the JS1. But it just kind of throws me what people choose.
What's the max speed for start?
170.
Thank you.
Good luck, John.
Thank you.
Good luck.
I realized I've been flying the whole time with my spoilers out. That's pretty cool.
Well, now I feel much faster when you're actually flying, racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my secret.
Actually, I sometimes do that. I pick a weak thermal pre-start to get me in a mode where I really have to maximize it.
Good luck, Bruce.
Thank you. I'll need it. Norbert's and Antares.
That's a choice you only see when somebody has never bought a single glider.
Well, Norbert is a very experienced guy with lots of them.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Or you just want to fly something different.
Good
Yeah,
luck
there's
there,
that.
Robert.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, good luck, you guys.
Bruce pushing. Go, go, go.
Oh, what's the 4-1 is doing there?
Yeah, I noticed him off to the left. I don't know what's up with that.
I'm coming back to the start, I think. Looks like a newbie. I didn't see him before.
I just noticed because his call sign is similar to mine.
Yeah.
Of course, there has to be a lot of sink on the upwind side of the ridge. Why wouldn't there be?
Sure, right under
You
a
have
cloud,
to
I see,
go
too.
more in the valley. There is only 1 meter.
Oh, these people from me are so gonna get a cloud or airspace violation soon.
Yep.
I mean, they might stay. If they're careful, they'll stay on the side, but it does actually cross over. It's like,
Yeah, one guy is really low, 6M9. I don't know if he is too high.
I think Mateo's on our channel here.
I don't know.
6 Mike Niner, yeah.
Yeah.
oh man, he's so low. I don't.
No, we have 2 Charlie November today.
PA catch a blue thermal? Yes, there's a blue thermal. Ooh, a strong one, actually.
John, you're flying this leg really well. Keep watching you pull away. You're picking good lines.
Well, I'm having to stop though because I was getting my AGL was starting to kind of creep down to like 400.
Yeah, I
Maybe you
saw
have the
that.
best
But,
line, yeah.
I mean, you're still higher than I am now, so I'll have to stop at the same point.
This thermal was good for a second, but yeah, it wasn't that great after I turned a couple times.
Wow. Strongest thermal I've had today.
The last one was stronger for me. The last one got over 6 netto at times. This one's like 5.
No, I have more.
Well, I don't know.
When I first turned in, I had a really strong bit, and then after I turned, I didn't get right. It didn't seem very good. I think I just must not have been steering in it well. Wow, it kind of blew after the turn point. Icebreaker?
Congrats.
That Charlie
Congrats.
November is not Norbert Kiss. It's the other Charlie November.
Yeah,
Ah, that explains the
Two
plane choice.
different.
yeah, I said.
How is that possible?
The highest one is the right Norbert.
Oh, they're both here today.
This is
What?
same thing. It was really good for one turn, and then I'm having a hard time finding the middle of it. Good, Mark. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you got about 20 seconds. Make sure it's centered before I get there.
Yes, my average is only about 2.9. It's a little bit better now. I'm centered lower. It's just very narrow. That's the problem.
Congrats. Thank you.
What?
Oh darn! I forgot to wipe my wings. It's too late now. Ooh, man. This next little bit of leg here is kind of... I'm gonna go left and hope maybe a new thermal will pop up on this lower ridge.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
Oh no!
Oh, Robert.
What is it with this airspace? I don't understand.
It's 300 meters AGL.
300 meters AGL.
Yeah. Just, 300 meters above the ground.
Okay.
I don't like the way XC Soar displays it. I think, as I recall, the LX displayed it a little bit better. You get a wavy line.
Yeah. The Exosor, for whatever reason, it doesn't. If you look at the profile, it just shows the elevation above your current LG. Yeah.
Right, which
So
is
I don't-
kind of useless for AGLs in mountainous terrain.
Yeah, I don't use that.
Because you really want to see it ahead.
Good.
Congrats, Kat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congrats.
Thanks, Ben.
Sorry, guys, I have to go. Bye. See you next time.
Bye, Mateo.
See you.
Bye, Mateo.
Bye.
See you. But how is this possible? Does two pilots have the same short sign?
Everybody can have the same one if they want. It doesn't. You can. I mean, on Condor Club, it only lets one person have one, but on Condor itself, it doesn't. Anyone can have any sign.
Thanks.
User disconnected from your channel.
So there's no point restarting either, is there?
Nope.
No.
Just them.
Sorry, Robert.
That's Ben.
Thank you.
Congrats.
This one looks like it's dying. The one left looks stronger, but. I should have went to that left cloud and left there and climbed.
Yeah, the left one looks pretty good.
I think the one in front of us is dying.
Blue one here. I didn't get too much of it though.
Nah, doesn't worth circling.
all these clouds up are dying.
Yep.
Except for ones that are so far away that
Very friendly. It's a Tchin Tchin task for newbies. They have a chance.
I kind of want to be a little bit more to the left, but I don't think I could make that ridge over there high enough to catch a thermal on it. Let's see if I can stop here and get up a little bit. Man, the clouds are really thin out here.
Yeah, there's 3 of 8 overcast, so the clouds are going to be thin and not particularly strong at cloud base.
Don't forget your bugs when you're every once in a while.
Yep. So far we had luck with the rain.
Oh, we're not going to get any rain. No, that weather system won't be here until we're done. And then that other one, there's a little stationary one, and then that big moving one is, moving slow enough and it's far enough away. This one's pretty good.
Yeah, haven't centered it, but I think it's good.
Where did all my spotters go? Ugh.
We stopped to climb.
I saw that. I went off to the left. You guys went off to the right, but I moved on before you.
Yeah,
I'm the spotter for the rest of the herd.
I felt like I was a little too low to safely go that way without risking, getting below the ridge. Then.
Yeah, that same. We just stopped in different thermals. I was right behind you guys for a while, but you guys went right. I went left.
Man,
I went left right when I
really-
heard you say, "Oh, I should have gone left."
Yeah, that's not a lot. Well, looking back where he came from, there's plenty of clouds, but
Remember to wipe your wings, John.
yeah, I did that first thing I did. Cause the last cloud I missed it.
And the cloud is dying. That doesn't look too promising.
I'm just gonna fly along the ridges, assuming that we can pick up a blue thermal anywhere.
This is my strongest thermal of the day. If you can come over here.
That's a.
Oh, you're committed to going right. I see.
Yeah, it's kind of a 7 kilometer detour. Yeah, that's where I was wanting to go originally. Where I said I should have went left, because that old tall peak there with the. That might be close enough that you're getting a little bit of extra activity from that weather zone too.
Yeah, it could be. What is it? A 2 kilometer width where it blends?
I think so. Yeah, that one. It's that stationary one. Yeah. Oh, there's a blue thermal here. It's not in the stop in, but. Well, we're going to be out in the flats soon enough. There'll actually be flatland thermals, maybe.
Not far to go.
Actually, I think that big cloud right in front of us, in front of me up there, is probably a flats thermal.
Yeah, you can just fly on this task. You have everywhere thermal.
Yeah, this is a good one, Mark.
Yeah, it was. I think I saw 6 netto. I wasn't getting that on the average, and I was only in it for 3 or 4 turns because I was fairly high when I got there. But that's a good one to connect with low.
Yeah, I got like 5 netto, but.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 6.1, 6.2 going by.
Yep.
7. Peak. Yeah, it's peaky.
Yeah, that was a nice little formation there. It was sort of like a C shape that the wind would funnel into. So right in the center of it was just banger.
It was between like 4, 8, and 7 on the netto.
That's a good first time into you.
My hawk average for that is 3.5 for that last one, is all.
Now it's just fly to the finish, 100 kilometers.
Well, I've got a lot of energy to gain before I make it to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, but terrain is becoming a non-issue.
Yeah. My four thermal average is still only 2.4.
That's exactly what mine is.
It's a really narrow one.
Yeah, they've been narrow in general today, and they're the kind of thermal that instead of flattening out when it gets strong, I turn into it when it's strong.
May this is AS33 task today, not?
Yeah, with the CG back, I can bank pretty well on this one.
Yeah.
Like, they're narrow thermals for sure, but it seems to be handling them okay.
It's a little bit of fight at the chairs. I'm not happy.
Well, someone in chat was just saying he wasn't liking how the ASG was flying.
No, that's not the AS. The ASG, which, oh wait. Yeah, the ASG is the ASG-29. That's what he was flying.
Oh.
Not the
Right.
AS-33, yeah.
Right, ASM.
I think it doesn't help that there's like several thermals overlapping here too.
I guess there's still a little bit more terrain to deal with before we head into pure flatland.
There's a cloud, a much higher cloud base. I'm gonna try to fly back into it. Is it gonna work or not? No. So where is this cloud even coming from? There was nothing under it. I flew upwind back under that cloud that was much higher, and there was nothing under it.
It's not good here, Tim.
No, I see.
Wish I had stayed with that last cloud, man.
It died.
Yeah, other people stayed and got some altitude.
There's a new one on top of you. Behind you. It's a new one.
I'm looking. I don't see it. I'm not getting anything here hardly.
Yeah, we're flying 80 meter. I try to go to the next ridge.
Yeah, my race just went to hell here.
Nice one, Get.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this one's going to be good. Might make sense to push on to the next one.
Okay.
I mean, it's not horrible, but I just get the sense that it's better further on.
I didn't know this cloud was so close. I would have gone for this one.
Yeah, the second one here is better.
I think it's done.
Yeah.
Well, Geared and Tim are together again today.
Oh,
Yeah. In separate planes this time. But still the same teamwork.
Oh, yes.
It's like people are circling both directions up here.
Yeah, the one that I'm in, I see 4 in the thermal with me, 2 going each way.
Really nice.
Happy to be on top of that mess. I can't really understand why anybody would have turned left here, though. Even the people who joined low would have been, they'd have to turn right to go away from the hill.
Yeah, I'm turning left because those are the closest people to me.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. Well, that's nice. The top of the cloud is basically MC0 altitude. Not that I'm going to fly that, obviously. I think there was an old video from Baleka on YouTube where he flew north into the Ekrins and back, and he flew like kind of right along the same path in similar conditions. Lovely video. It's kind of nice to be doing the same thing in Condor.
It's good here, Tim.
Thank you.
Hey, Bruce.
Okay. How you feeling, Gregor?
No, it's okay. I have a little bit headache, but yeah, I think it should work for the rest of the flight. But after that, I will definitely go to bed.
Wow, Mark's out of sight.
I'm trying the Dolphin all the way for the final. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah, me, yeah.
I'm maintaining MC0 altitude, but I can't seem to build on that. Because I still need 80 to 1 to make it. I can only do that if I get some good ridges or some bumps.
This is one today where there's a lot of high ground at the end, but he took care of everybody by making it a really high finish.
Yeah.
I kind of think they shouldn't do that. I think they should leave, force us to think it through. Like yesterday. There's Mark slowly coming into view.
Yeah. I've had to slow down a tad here.
You're still very fast.
We'll see.
Yeah.
My final is a bit sketchy here. We'll see.
Wow, how high above the ground is that finish? It's crazy.
19?
The ground's only 900 to 1,000. The minimum's 1,000 above the finish?
I mean, that's not unrealistic. Don't a lot of tournament directors do
It's
that?
high ground.
No, not
before it.
1,000 meters above the ground.
1,000 meters? Oh, all right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can fly the blue line and make it where you wouldn't.
The
normally.
ridge is at 17. That's insane. I couldn't figure out why my DDH was so low. I'm like, I can see the ground up there. Yeah, the elevation of that airport is 890 meters.
I mean, it's kind of in a little valley. Yeah, it's actually surrounded by terrain on all four sides.
That was a mistake.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Now that horrible wait to see if it holds. know. Tim's looking pretty fast.
Yeah, but I need altitude, so
And he's taking a little different way too. He's taking the east ridge.
I had considered that, yeah.
Yeah,
I
was
considered both
tempted.
east and west, and I split the difference and went right down the middle, which was probably the worst of all decisions.
So
I did
Tim,
tank up before leaving the high ground, though.
Tim, do you think a couple more circles in that last thermal makes sense now in hindsight, or no?
yeah, maybe.
I mean, unless you can go all the way right now.
I really pushed the final. I'm glad I got away with it, but I don't know if it was the fastest thing. I had to be pretty slow about it. I went all the way to cloud base though at the last climb that I stopped for, so I don't think I could have done much else other than take another turn somewhere.
But you did very, very
So
well.
let's-
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you.
I dolphined like my life depended on it. Yeah, that's weird.
Thanks. Yeah, I couldn't keep up with you.
It also could have been the plane choice. I mean, who knows? I'm the only one who flew the AS-33 today.
Yeah, I wonder about the typo. Like you met 1,000 meters and accidentally put 1,900 because that's just. I don't think I've ever seen a finish that high in Condor ever.
I don't know. It seemed like a reasonable finish. I didn't think it was too extreme.
It's over 1,000 meters above the airport.
Yeah, but it's
that's
in line
never
with
been
the
done.
terrain that you have to take to get in there.
The terrain is not that high. I mean, I'm flying over the terrain right now. My
I see ya.
AGL is I'm 1,000 meters above the ground and the terrain leading into it.
You know, it doesn't really matter. Everybody's got to do the same thing. It doesn't affect the race. And,
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
It also keeps people off the absolute ridge top because you'll be too low if you do that, which I think was an interesting choice because it kind of makes the ridge choice a bit less important.
I was actually on the ridge. I could have finished with like 100 meters, several hundred meters above the airport. I had to stop and climb just so I wouldn't hit the zero.
That's what I mean. He wanted to prevent it to be a ridge run all the way to the end, which is an interesting choice.
But it
You gonna make it, Tim?
Yeah, I think so. It
Good
favorites the AS-33 because we can't go VNE.
Yeah, that's what I looked at pre-flight. I know that at VNE the JS has a huge advantage, but I looked at it and it didn't strike me as a VNE race. At that point, it was just a matter of which is going to handle better, and I love the way this thing handles.
Not with the finish in 1900.
Is there an airport at the finish?
No, there's not.
Oh, you know, I assumed there was, but it makes a lot of... I mean, it would be a really weird place to put an airport in that little... It's surrounded by terrain on all sides.
XC Storm has it marked as a land outfield.
Nearest airport is Puimisson, Puimisson,
sure.
North to the northwest. Altitude of 1,000. Well, that may be what I get there at.
Oh, I see a field down there, but that would be... If you're landing out there, it's because you couldn't make the valley below you, and you got big problems.
I'm going to go dive
Congrats, Tim.
and land in the bottom of it.
Well done, Tim.
Yeah,
That last move was really good.
Just barely made it.
Yeah, I didn't have the guts.
I pulled up to neutral flaps right at the final altitude and just sort of coasted in at that, and I didn't have much to spare. That was one from, like, as soon as I left that last cloud, I had MC0 altitude, and I just bumped up enough that I could continually stay at that, and then I had to finish at essentially MC0 speed. Kind
So
of a
the
hair
next-
raiser.
The next task is now search the airport.
I will land directly at the finish pole.
Yeah, see you.
The LX tells you if you have it in there, where to go.
Oh, there's a really cool
There's a
canyon to the
penalty
south.
zone.
It doesn't matter if you can finish.
There's a penalty zone to the south.
It doesn't matter. It lets you
Yeah, not
before
after you finish.
There's a very narrow canyon to the south I'm allowed to fly down. It's almost as narrow as the battery has one, actually. Wow.
There's a sailplane
there's
landing
a
field
bridge.
named
Cool.
Yeah, I see. There's like a little canyon. Yeah.
Yeah, with a 3D
yeah.
model bridge in it.
Wow. Canyon, yeah.
Bruce?
That's
Congrats.
Congrats, Bruce.
Then you could flow below the radar.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Oh, now it's saying St. Croix is the airport to the west. 16 kilometers.
Wow, this is impressive.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, it is over there.
Yeah, I will jump out for today. I will go to bed now and cure my fever. So wish you all a nice day or evening, and hopefully see you tomorrow.
okay. Right.
There's
Yeah,
Fine,
put the best
Yeah.
on.
Gregor. Good recovery.
Thank you. Bye bye.
User disconnected from your channel.
Ooh, this canyon has gotten a lot shallower. And I've ran out of energy.
If you go straight west, St. Croix is on the west side of that lake. I pasted something in here that in my LX that is like nearest airport and also nearest town. I got both of them.
You use
Just
all
for fun.
features.
Well, not usually. It's just used for education usually. But today, I mean, yeah, I used it because now I know where the airport is.
We are all screwed. Don't know where we could land.
Oh, I'm going to make it to the airport, no problem. Easily.
Andreas, I
looking
was
at the-
looking for the map file for the LX, the more detailed map file, but I couldn't find it on the
Couldn't
forums.
When you search at UK Blue, then you
UK.
find it. When
Okay.
the UK map is blue, I find there someone posted it. I send it, Gert. Have your mail or something?
No, I didn't see it.
Didn't saw it on the WhatsApp.
On the WhatsApp today?
Not today. Then when you
No,
asked
I
it.
haven't. No, I haven't.
You
Congrats,
see the
Gert.
airport out there, Andreas. See it?
Again?
Yeah, it's easy.
Half meter sinking. Yeah, Bruce's team is 6 kilometers in front of me. He will find it. Yeah, I see it maybe also.
Yeah, I'm heading
Speed
for
up.
Pumisang.
Yeah, I see it.
Nice job,
I'm
Mark.
hoping to find something out here. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I felt good about that task. I hate being in the front, but it causes me to run scared and make me fly better.
Bye, Mike. Take care, my friend.
I don't know how Nico does it. It's so nerve-wracking, like taking off and being in the front.
That's still interesting that the different fly styles all works some kind of what one is the fastest.
That's what makes it all interesting.
You know, one reason he had all that altitude to finish might be to allow you to get to the airport.
Yep.
It's an easy shot to the west.
To the east, it's just a lot of mountains.
Now it's like Flag Simulator. Search the next airport to land.
See all the antennas, Tim? In front of you?
No, not right now.
4 of them.
It's not a green one.
Well, you know what? The airport doesn't match up with my map on the LX. So sorry, guys. It says there's one on the LX, but that is not Condor. I just flew over the airport theoretically. Sorry about that. Actually, it doesn't show an airport there. My bad. I'm so sorry. It's a town. My bad. Apologize.
You have to pay the beer. First round goes to Bruce.
Yeah, straight north is Plumiston. We know there's one there, but that's probably too much of a push.
I climbed a little bit higher to have a better view.
Yeah, I'm stuck in a valley to the east, climbing slowly with no airports in sight.
Ah, this
I
fool
don't know
me.
this region. Where are we?
It's lovely.
Where is Andy? Andy knows every region and every name.
Yeah, he does. And if it's Switzerland, we get a history lesson, right?
Yeah, not really, no.
Yeah, it's an LX airport and not a Condor airport. Dang it.
Well, I don't know what the LX, but XC4 has landing field. If you guys see fields that have been people have designated as being good for landing gliders in as airports as well. Or yeah, I don't know if the LX is similar. It might have the same thing. It may have
Maybe that's what it's
fields that are
doing,
good
yeah.
spots to land.
That's probably it. I'm not going to make it.
You landed at the farm, Tim.
Yeah,
Looks like a farm.
it is an airport.
Yeah,
We
that's
could've
the
met-
airport.
We could have made it to that Plumiston, whatever, if we... I could have, I think, if I started that way.
I thought there is some airport like in the hill. An uphill airport or something like that. This looks like an airport.
Go, Bruce.
Just spilled my tea, damn it.
Yeah, this is an airport. Here it is.
Yeah.
So, Gerd, are you going to visit Bruce? And
Bruce landed there?
yeah,
Yeah.
and then return to the airport?
Okay, I think we can. Plus.
So I'm looking at the Polar, and the JS3, JS1 Ventus, and the S333 are all overlaid until you get up to about 170. And the JS1 and the Ventus pull away, they're better by a little. And it isn't until you get to by the time you get to 200, the JS318 is actually 0.1 worse. It's on the low end of the envelope. But there's only a 0.1 difference between them all as you go up into higher velocities.
At 50 kilogram meters per square.
50, at 50, but I guess it is 0.2 by the time you get to 240. The JS118 is doing a lot better at that point.
Today, I
is
felt like
strong
the
the whole way.
handling really gave me an advantage. Like, I didn't really struggle in the narrow thermals, and I think people did.
Basically, it's the Ventus and the JS1, and it's a 0.1 difference. They're better at 210 and going better as you go up. The 3318 just does not have that huge roll on it like the 15. There's something about the 15.
The 33 is it's a lovely plane. I love the way, well, first, you can bank it over and it handles it pretty well. You can also speed change just with the flaps instead of having to do a whole lot of elevator. Like if you want to just pull up gently through a cloud, just sort of slide the flaps back and then slide them forward again. It feels right. I don't know. It just really works for me.
Robert, you're still going?
Oh yeah, no, I'm just sightseeing.
Oh, okay.
Same.
Flying around.
Nice parking get. A little wing
Yeah,
sweep.
my wheel brake is not working.
I'll catch you guys tomorrow. You take care now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bruce.
thank you. Bye, Bruce.
User disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, I'll say bye as well. Thanks for the race. Everybody take care. See you guys tomorrow.
See you, Tim.
Thank you, Tim. See you.
Yeah, same for me. Good luck, Robert. Good final. Ciao, ciao.
See you guys.
Disconnected.